Hello guys, welcome back to another video of me, Silver7, and today my friends, we are back with another Sker ritual video. Previously, I made a video talking about everything we know that's coming to House of the Damned, but today's video is going to be a little bit different as I want to talk about the things that House of the Damned needs to get right. And I'd also like to check if some of the things that I'm expecting from House of the Damned would be in line with what you're expecting from it. First things first, let's talk about the map's flow. While I'd like this map to have its own flow completely unique to the map itself, I think this map should take inspiration from the likes of Sewers of the Dead, as I feel that Sewers of the Dead has one of the best game mechanics in the game yet. For example, you start the map inside of what seems to be a nest. You then begin to escape the sewers by destroying the hives, opening the doors, and once you get outside, you are greeted with a train car. Your objective now is to travel down the train car, where you will find a mysterious strange box which you must now interact with, and once you do this, hags will spawn. And this is where it ties in with what I mean it needs to match the map's flow, because upon killing these hags you can now access the box again and you will get the plague special weapon, and once the player obtains the plague, they are now able to access the greater map. Maybe this mechanic isn't for everyone, and I doubt we're going to see this in House of the Damned, but I definitely think it would be nice if there was areas that you could only open with specific weapons. Moving on to our next topic, this map must have outside space. It cannot be like the Ashes of Sker Hotel and all take place in a box. The issue with this, if it was just inside of a box, the problem that we would have is it would just feel like Ashes of Sker Hotel Part 2. And while a Part 2 might not be an issue for some, it could take the uniqueness away from the Ashes of Sker Hotel as a map. The bare minimum we should expect from this map is a courtyard, whether if this be east or west. It would be nice to have two lanes, one courtyard on one side and another on the other. I do want to say that even if this map does take place purely indoors, we will still enjoy this map for what it is. For our next one, points of interest are very important. What I mean by this is areas need to keep being unique like they have been on previous maps. This isn't something that Sker Ritual hasn't done, this is just something that they need to continue to do. As with how they added the PPSH wall buy, they created a point of interest as people will go to that point to get the new weapon. So with this new map, I'm hoping that we're going to get a new range of wall buys that will also be placed around uniquely. Also along with perks being distributed across the map and making it so that they also fit well into a point of interest along with the supercharger machine. Now let's talk about the Easter egg. Wales Interactive have made Easter eggs that are fun. To keep this fashion going, it's really important that they don't let go of Easter egg step variety. What I mean by this is we can't have too many recycled steps, and we do need to see the addition of some new puzzles for us to solve as a community. So our next one is cutscenes, and this is pretty easy, pretty quick to go over. I think we can all agree that while Thomas running away from a radio tower can be quite comical, after the amazing cutscene we received for Deadly Lover's Fortress, we need the cutscenes to continue to be on the same level. While I don't think this is going to happen, it would be awesome if we got a unique cutscene that was specific to the hardcore egg. Moving on to our next topic, let's talk about Easter egg music. I think we can all agree that the genre for the Easter egg music should take inspiration from either rock or metal. As in zombies, it has always been these genres that have given you that adrenaline kick. Whatever we get, I will be happy as it's an Easter egg song. Moving on to our next point, I hope that we're going to get a lot of side Easter eggs, and this is one of those ones that I'm hoping they haven't given up on, but the Dole quest to get a free miracle token, I hope to see these return. For example, here's some inspiration for Wales Interactive, as I know you watch these videos, but I did consider that maybe if you wanted to add side Easter eggs down the road, one of the things that would be nice is maybe you could have a side Easter egg that gives you a free life token or a free perk or maybe even a free supercharged weapon. Let me know down in the comments down below, what do you think about getting new side Easter eggs? On our next point, we spoke previously about Easter egg variety, and I also think that the hardcore Easter egg needs to scale as well with difficulty. And what I mean by this is if we're going to continue to use the same boss fight as a re-showdown of sorts, similar to how we get new mini bosses inside of the boss fights, secrets. I think the main bosses themselves need to get new attack patterns. And on the topic of bosses, I think it needs to take inspiration from Sewers of the Dead's boss fight, how you can only do so much damage and then you have to damage something to bring the stranger back to do more damage. This way, adding conditions so that it slows down the boss fight so it can't just be done in 7 seconds and still has you on the edge of your seat, keeping that adrenaline kicking. Also, Wales Interactive, please make sure you don't do what Call of Duty does. I don't know why they did it, but in the most recent years they've made it so that most of the Easter egg music can't be played while you do the boss fight. So please add a condition that even if you have boss fight music, that when you put on the Easter egg music, it will play that instead, because honestly, this is one of the things where I used to love being able to play the Easter egg music, and then all of a sudden, no, you have to listen to our music. So if you could choose between the two, that would be amazing. I already know that Wales Interactive are working hard, and I know that they've already pumped this thing with loads of intel, loads of hidden secrets, and House of the Damned is going to be an awesome ride. But that brings me on to my next point, and that's that we need to make sure that we get even more lore, even more intel, loads of things to collect, loads of things to get from zombies, just to keep that progression. Whilst we don't have Sker Pass, this is definitely something that we're going to need. So please, Wales Interactive, as I said, I already know you've done it, but please make sure this thing is absolutely packed. And on the topic of House of the Damned not having a Sker Pass on launch, I think later down the road, when the artists aren't as burnt out, it would be nice to see that House of the Damned does one day receive a Sker Pass, just as the other 4 maps have previously, as I really do enjoy, just as everyone else does, unlocking all those awesome masks and voice lines and icons. And in today's gaming industry, people love progression. And well, I think that's pretty much everything I have that House of the Damned needs to try and do. If it's already doing that, then that's amazing. But Wales Interactive, there is one thing that House of the Damned won't be able to do in time, but definitely needs to be doing in the future. And all I'm gonna say is Fudge's frying pan. Anyways guys, that has been it for today's video. Sorry about my microphone, it's been a bit weird recently. I am planning to upgrade it to get something a bit better, because this thing is very harsh on my voice. Anyways guys, I will have more videos coming out. I will have more coverage of Sker Ritual and House of the Damned, especially on launch. I will also have some more videos coming out before House of the Damned to celebrate the road to House of the Damned. But until then guys, I was Fudge7, you've been absolutely awesome, and I shall see you guys in my next video.